Hey guys, this is Anthony Romrell, and in this video we're going to talk about having a coin and a player, of course these are white box objects, communicate with a UI to give a score. So for example, just to show you how this works to start, if I push play, I have a score system, and if I run this one object into another one, I get a score of 10, then 10 more. When I stop the game and play the game again, it will retain the score. So you can see it's now back up to 30. And I can add 10 more and 10 more. So let's talk about how this is done. So to do this, I'm going to start a new scene. I'll just do a basic built-in. Let's create that, and then let's create a couple things. Let's start by creating a UI object, right? We will create a text mesh pro object. And when you do this, make sure that you add all the proper text mesh pro components so that you get all the assets that come with it. So I've got that object there. It says new text on the bottom, which is fine. Let's go to our rect triangle and let's center this to the top. Not center, but we'll put it to the top. And let's hit the F key so that we can frame it. And we're going to push this to the other side here. And instead of saying new text, I'm going to put a 0 for the content. Or maybe three zeros, right? And then let's take this and justify this so that it's to the corner of our screen. Okay. All right, so that is set up. Now let's set up an object as if it were a player. So let's go to 3D object. Let's go to capsule. Let's name it player. Right, let's double click it to zoom in, and let's just set this to 0 so we can make it visible in our camera. So there's our player. Double click it to zoom in just again, and let's create like a coin object. So I'm just going to create a cube, call it coin. Okay, a couple things to do with this box collider on the coin. Let's move this out. Let's make this is trigger. And then we're going to go to the player. We're going to get rid of this capsule collider. We're going to remove that component, and we're going to add a character controller just to make this whole setup a little bit easier. So there is our base setup. We have got an object that represents a coin, that is trigger. We've got an object that represents the player with a character controller. And then we have a text mesh pro object, and we have positioned that in our screen where we'd like it to go. And in the next video, we'll start our setup.